Hello, and welcome to Armed with Controllers. It's Fabs here, and today on Fabs vs. the World, I'm playing Darkstalkers Resurrection, the recent HD re-release of the second and third Darkstalkers games. Now, for those of you who don't know, Darkstalkers is probably the poorly regarded younger brother of Street Fighter. It's based around horror characters. As such, I'm playing as Rikuo, the takeoff on the beast from the Blue Lagoon, and I'm fighting a person who's a bee. Makes sense. Now, you might be wondering why I've picked this fish dude. Well, I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, and seeing this guy here, all I can think of is A Shadow over Innsmouth, Dagon, all the fun stuff. So yes, I'm imagining crazy fish antics, all for the deep ones and the glory of Cthulhu. Anyway, so, what makes Darkstalkers interesting then? Well, like I said, the characters are all largely based around horror tropes, horror ideas, so you've got werewolves, vampires and other such fun things. Interestingly, Darkstalkers was possibly the first fighting game to introduce the what's known as chain combo style, wherein you press light, medium, heavy attacks in a row and you get a quick combo out of it, which is really good, and it's something that's made its way into a lot of 2D fighters, in particular the Capcom vs series. You can't play Tatsunoko vs Capcom or Marvel vs Capcom 3 without using this particular kind of combo thing, which is pretty cool. So I've just won my first fight. I'm sitting on my eggs, as all men do. My dear son, I pray that he is safe. And you don't look like you're that worried. You're acting too fabulous. I'm sorry, Rikuo. Okay, so next it's Anakaris, a mummy. Yay! So yeah, there's no cliche too cheesy for these guys in this game, which is pretty cool. So one way this does differ from its more known cousin Street Fighter is how the rounds are sorted, in that you have effectively 2 health bars, and the game pauses to reset yourselves, as you'll see in a second, when 1 health bar of the opponent is done, and then you keep fighting after that. So a bit like in Killer Instinct, for example. It's not so much that you get a complete restart after taking 1 life bar out. You do need to take down 2 full ones, which means the game can get quite interesting in how the rounds go. You can't really afford to think, oh good, I've stopped him this time, I can relax now. So it also pioneered, in my opinion at least, the usage of special health bar, power meters and whatnot. As you can see, there's no specific super moves that use this. What you just saw there, the dark attack or whatever, I can't recall, relies on something else entirely. Dark force, that's what it is. So yeah, there's lots of meter. I'm sorry, what? Moist to keep you alive. Your blood will suffice. He's a mummy. He's a pile of bandages. You're not going to get health from that. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of meter strategy involved in this game, which I quite love because I'm one of these losers. Okay, so Victor the... I really shouldn't have to explain to you who he's meant to be copying here. Interestingly though, his attacks all seem to focus around electricity. That's actually a common misconception about the creature, from the original book at least, in that Victor Frankenstein explicitly does not say how he brings the creature to life, for fear of people copying his mistakes and unleashing a stupidly eloquent monster on the world. God, what a dick, eh? So there you go, the electricity was actually introduced by later adaptations like the famous Boris Karloff film, for example. Okay, so fun stuff about this game then. Well, it did have an American cartoon very loosely based on it. It was as brilliant as you might expect, by which I mean it was god awful. If you get a chance, look it up, if only for the hilariously off-model Morrigan. So, Darkstalkers. Now you see, unfortunately, this game does not have the grandest reputation, despite being a very solid fighter. I mean, I had an absolute blast recording this for you guys, so you better enjoy this. Yeah, most people only really know it because of some of the characters appearing in the Marvel vs Capcom games and such like. So Morrigan in particular, Possibly because her breasts seem to spill out every opportunity, and as such, everyone's there, hand on dick, waiting for that moment. Yeah, Felicia as well, because she's effectively naked. And yeah, no, it's just bizarre because they're not even remotely close to the main characters. Who is the main character though? Let's see. I vowed to bring eternal peace to the water world. Look, don't give Kevin Costner any more money, alright? You silly fishman. What was about fishmen being silly? Then again, I'm fighting a sasquatch now. Or Satchmo, for those of you who remember Rugrats. Better. Okay, so why have I gone for Fishman then, in terms of gameplay and whatnot? Well, he's quite an interesting character, I find. He's a keep away kind of guy. He's not one for rushing in and going, haha, 500 hit combo, bitches. No, he has to stay at mid-range, really. And he's got a lot of paralysing moves, like for example that weird fart he does. That's a good way to start out a combo. Likewise, he's got one move where he hops back and does an anti-air, which is pretty cool. Of course, I'm getting beaten up by Sasquatch here, so there we go. And of course, he can summon water to do his bidding. And it is now what everyone wants. Plus a sonic boom. Yeah, I'm going to use that a lot because it works. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, man. Okay, so Sasquatch there, being a bit silly. I mean, he's a daft joke character, but you've got to love him. I mean, look at him. He's all huge and silly. And he's got a finger flick there. That's really a bit of a f*** you, isn't it? There we go. Ha-ha! On my lily pad. Waiting for the bitches. Feel the rage of water people. It's a wave of destruction. Gnarly, dude. Yeah, anyway. Who do we have next? Oh, Lord Raptor. I gotta say, Lord Raptor probably is my favourite character in the franchise. Why? He's an Australian metal star who sacrificed himself and 100 fans to become a zombie. I mean, come on, that's just an excellent premise for a character, because you can imagine someone like, say, Ozzy Osbourne doing that. I know, yeah, metal fan cliches and whatever, but come on, this guy is effing metal, and I love it. Yeah, no, Lord Raptor here, he has to have some awesome moves. He can make use of his guitar to halt a combo, which is pretty cool. Yeah, he can summon little dudes. I just tried to do a Scorpion-esque bubble there, which didn't work. A profound shame. Oh yeah, he tech hits, that's awesome. So Lord Raptor, why wasn't this guy in any of the Marvel vs. Capcom games? Well, actually, what they did want was, if they could fit any more in after the 3 they had in 3, which was Cienko, Morrigan and Felicia, they did want to have John Talbane because he is ridiculously popular in the Western fandom. And why shouldn't he be? He's a werewolf. You should get to see him shortly. Okay, so anyway, Raptor here, he's caught me in an irritating loop here. I don't like it, so I'm just going to keep shouting at him. Let's see if his metal-tuned ears are deaf to the sound of my sonic boom. At the moment, they're not! Excellent, he's not completely deaf. Brilliant. That was a fails combo on my part. Damn it. This fight is taking too long for my liking. I mean, look, we're in 27 seconds to go already. Profound shame. There we are, just farted out my chest. Bet you wish you could do that. There we go! Yay! Bubble attack. Freezes them, and yeah, those are all his kids. Well, the eggs that will contain his kids. Okay, now, tell me why you dare to challenge me. Because otherwise the arcade mode won't work, I'm assuming. Iron Horse, Iron Terror. That's a good name. Yes! John Talbane, werewolf, biggest guy in the West. Everyone loves him. Actually, I recognise him. I think late last night I saw him. He was wandering the streets of Soho in the rain. He had a Chinese menu in his hand and he was looking for a place called Li Ho Fuk's. He was going to get a big dish of beef chow mein. Small world, small world. Okay, so he's at good old Talbane here. He's actually quite hated as well by certain players because he is, I suppose you say, the beginner character in that it's easy enough to figure out how to use him. You can do some pretty cool combos without too much of the obscene timing and whatnot. And as such, yes, you're going to see a lot of him. And he did something weird at me. But anyway, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I like him. But of course, everyone else hates him because it's the Ken syndrome. So you'll remember Street Fighter 4 first came out. You play online, and you got the flowchart Kens. I expect there probably is a flowchart for dealing with John Talbane's, but I haven't really played this much online, so I can't comment at this moment. Next time, though. Next time. A funny thing about werewolves, I mean, well, first off, you see female werewolves, at which point you meant to say no, because were is used to define man, not woman. Man being purely gender as opposed to, taxonomical or whatever. So what would you call a female werewolf? A gyno wolf? I don't know. Okay, I got owned, so let's try this again, shall we? That train has got a mouth and I'm really quite disturbed now. Japan, you are a terrifying nation. Please stop it. Actually, no, keep it up because it's cool. So anyway, John Talbane, werewolf, looking for Lee-Ho Fooks. Fair enough. There we are. Quick little combo on my part. Does the damage. And I'm getting owned by his furry feet. That's his feet, isn't not furry. Anyway, I was talking about werewolves, wasn't I? Yeah, no, for whatever reason, werewolves are prevalent in quite a few cultures across the world. I mean, we of the West, we have our own typical lycanthrope from the Greek, Scandinavian werewolf origins as well. They're the ones which we've really built our things on. Native Americans, they had the skinwalkers, Yanaglachi. They had a tendency to turn into coyotes and sleep from nose to anus. I know it sounds like fun, but there you go. So, it's a very strange idea, I think, that we all think, I know, people turning into dogs. Yeah! But then again, of course, humans as a whole, we're a very strange bunch anyway, aren't we? So I'm just fighting good old Talbane here. There we are, that's a pretty cool move. I just summoned the water on the train. I wonder how any of this makes sense. Never mind. Shouts at the werewolf. Now you see, because he's a dog, his sense of hearing is probably far better tuned than ours. So he's probably crying at this very point in time. Because that must have really hurt. It's like where you blow one of those whistles to dogs. It takes place and... I'm sorry, what? Fetus of God. Is there something you want to tell me, world? Welcome to my spirit room. I was reborn to save all the souls in this demon world. Why do you glare at me? There's no need for that. You're intelligent. You know the truth of my being. Okay. Well, anyway, so Jada are... What the Christ? Japan. Seriously. What the hell? I'm fighting outside a giant fetus. Oh god, this is Harlequin fetus all over again. Don't look that up, by the way. Okay, so, Jada here. He's a bit of a dick. He likes to throw axes at me. So I'm going to shout at him instead. Don't do that. It's quite annoying. So, funny fact. Jada was actually based off of an original design for Morrigan. I don't quite know how that works either, but we'll run with it. Okay. Now, he's... I've said that Rikuo here was a keepaway character. I think that Jada might be an even bigger one, judging by the sheer number of axes he's throwing at me, and in fact he's insisting on getting far away. And he blocked that. Shame on him. Boo! Boo earns! Okay. Oh. Almost there. Come on! One more bar. Ow! That was disturbing. This is getting increasingly disturbing. Okay, come on. In the lead. We can... Okay, maybe... Oh, that's kind of cool. Signed in blood and all that. Alright, level pegging. Let's do this. Oh, stupid M bosses and their stupid powers. Actually, I think Jada's playable. I should really play this game more. Because it's a lot of fun. And that's as good a reason as any, I think. Okay, so... Come on, he's only slightly in the lead. We can do this. I just tongued him. Japan, you're weird. Stop it. Okay, managed to escape the grab. Ooh! That looked painful. And oh god, the entire background's pulsating! This is disgusting! And I'm dead. That's annoying. Libido of sensitivity reaches raindrop. What, Paraiso? What's Paraiso? What the hell were you saying? Oh, I'm gonna have to look at the fetus again. That's a sentence I don't think I would ever think I'd say. I have to look at the fetus again. Oh, this is disgusting. And awesome. It's disgustingly awesome. Yeah, we'll go with that. So he's just, keeping me away with his mini axes. Like a crazy hatchet man. So I have to really get in close and just say stop it. Of course, it seems like his entire moveset is focused around getting as far away, so here we go. However, yes, I can spam that little move there to hop over everything and hit him when he's up. So here we go. I've found his weak point, I think. I hope. And this is when hubris begins. Thanks, universe. Bah. Okay. Come on. So I'm doing alright now. I'm a full health bar ahead of him. And I stopped his stupid attack as well, which is nice. Okay. Yes! Drowned him! Get in! Oh god, the fetus is awake! Anyway. So, ending time! What's this? Can I go home now? That voice! Ricky, are you okay? Dad! I'm sorry, no Fishman's son is named Ricky. I'm sure it's like Rikuo Jr., but no, Fishmen aren't called Ricky. The deep ones are disappointed in you. Okay, and her name's Mickey. They're best of friends. Oh yeah! Having some nookie away from home, are we? You filthy fishman. Alliteration. Oh look, there is my home. So, it would appear then that old fishman has found more fishmen! Yay! Well, he's found one. I assume she's taking him to meet the family. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it? Okay, well, that's a good ending for this. This has been Fabs Armed with Controllers. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And, as always, game hard. Good night.